Hello and welcome to iNurture videos.
In this video, we will discuss the classification of companies.
At the end of this video, you will be able to explain the classification of companies.
Tracy, a management student, is preparing a research document on types of companies. Let's understand how companies are classified. First, let's understand the meaning of a company. A company is defined as a voluntary association of individuals sharing a common purpose. Companies are classified into different types based on the following key principles: on the basis of incorporation, on the basis of liability, on the basis of number of members, on the basis of control, and on the basis of ownership. First, let's understand the classification based on incorporation. Companies are classified into two types on the basis of incorporation: statutory companies and registered companies. Statutory companies are the companies which are created by a special act of legislature. Examples include Reserve Bank of India, IFCI, Unit Trust of India. Registered companies are companies registered under the Companies Act 1956 or some earlier Companies Act fall under the category of registered companies. Examples include Dabur India Limited, Nuclear Power Corporation of India Limited. Now, let's understand the classification based on liability.
Companies are divided into two major types on the basis of liability. They are companies with limited liability and companies with unlimited liability. First, let's learn about companies with limited liabilities.
Companies with limited liability are subdivided into two basic types. They are companies limited by shares and companies limited by guarantee. In companies limited by shares, the liability of the members is limited to the amount unpaid on the shares. Examples include Fine Line Media Private Limited. Companies limited by guarantee are the type in which the liability of the members is limited to the amount that they agree to contribute towards the company's assets upon its winding up. Examples include Arson India Electronics Private Limited. Next, let's learn about companies with unlimited liability. These companies are formed without limited liability. Each member of the company is individually responsible for the debts of the company. Examples include Genpact India. Now, let's understand the classification based on the number of members.
Companies are divided into three types on the basis of the number of members. They are one-person company, private company, and public company.
A company wherein a single person is its member is called one-person company. Examples include Vijay Corporate Solutions OPC Private Limited. A private company has restrictions on rights to transfer shares and public invitations for subscriptions of shares or debentures of the company. Examples include Facebook and Dell. A public company does not restrict the rights to transfer its shares or does not prohibit public invitations for subscription of shares and debentures. Examples include Infosys Technologies Limited. Next, let's learn about the classification based on control. Companies are divided into two major types on the basis of control. They are holding companies and subsidiary companies. When a company has control over another company, the former is known as holding company and the later is known as subsidiary company. Lastly, let's learn about the classification based on ownership.
Companies are divided into two major types on the basis of ownership. They are government company and non-government company.
In a government company, at least 51% of the paid-up share capital is held by the central or state government. Companies that are operated and controlled by private capital are known as non-government companies.
Let's have a quick recap on what we discussed. A company is a voluntary association of individuals sharing a common purpose. Companies are classified into different types on the basis of incorporation, on the basis of liability, on the basis of number of members, on the basis of control, and on the basis of ownership. Thank you for watching this video.